Today and on Friday, first hour, we will revise the topics of first two modules. Friends, today or during this COVID lockdown period, we should not waste our time, and certain things are very uncertain both for teachers and students. However, a teacher can anticipate certain problems that may happen in future and prepare the students. It is the responsibility of the students to give a moral support to the students, also guide with respect to the examination and the study. So in the first internal test, second, third, and fourth May that you are going to have, as you are aware, you will be having multiple choice questions, right? So you are aware of this. You are aware of this, right, Nidhi? Prashant?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in the first two modules, we have different topics. In the module 1, we have introduction to cyber crimes, classification of cyber crime, information security, botnets, attack vectors, IT Act 2000 and its amendment. In module 2, we have proxy server, anonymizers, password cracking, keyloggers, spyware, virus, worms, Trojan and backdoors, steganography, denial of service attack, distributed denial of service attack, SQL injection, and buffer overflow. Now, today and on Friday, first hour, we will revise. I will be taking all the PPTs which are already presented, discussed. Again, I will be taking the same PPTs. I will be going through it with the topics of important and relevance to your subject, relevance to your examination, relevance to your internal test. In the topic Introduction to Cyber Security and Crimes, in this, so many things we have discussed. Even though we discuss and even though we put many things in our PPTs, quickly going through them once again and highlighting and telling you how you should study for your main examination point of view and in your internal test point of view and your career point of view, and with respect to innovative questions and case study questions, how those will be asked in the test can also be discussed. And that approach definitely helps and gives you kind of confidence of attending the test, because many of the students who are interested to attend the classes may not be or might not have been able to attend because of the several issues. Now, it is not a time to discuss why somebody did not attend, how did they could not attend or could not attend continuously. Forgetting all those issues, let us concentrate only on the topics and let us have sankalpa in ourselves that we will be going to write the first internal test properly. And cybersecurity is not a difficult topic, and definitely all of you will do well. And I have observed and very happy to convey you all of you that in the first two assessments, almost everybody has scored minimum of 60 to 70%. That's a good sign that you are capable and you continue doing so. Definitely you'll gain good marks in the internal assessment, as well as if you are, suppose university conducts multiple choice questions as the main examination, this approach will be helpful. Suppose if it continues with the traditional way of descriptive questions also, I will be conducting once the college starts. Once again, I will revise few questions, few topics, and once you are confident, then we'll go for descriptive test. Right? That seems good, right? That makes sense, right? Okay. Now, in front of you, you are having a PPTs, okay, wherein the cyber security, very first slide of PPT. After I conducted 3 classes traditionally in the college, I took now the online classes. In the online classes, I have started some discussions. This is the first set of PPT that I discussed. In this, I hope all of you are having this copy. As and when I completed, I had sent these things in your WhatsApp. Please look at that WhatsApp group that I have created, wherein I have sent this first set of PPT, and also you are having the YouTube lectures. Please go to that and watch it. Now, in this PPT, very fast, the question probably question maybe is why India is a target. So there may be several reasons, right? So India is a target because it is a developing country and number of internet users is very high in the entire world. It is next to China, as all of you are aware. It is having largest online market worldwide. That's why many people are thinking India is a target for the e-commerce. And even the rural people have started using the smartphone, and it is a huge population which is using the smartphone. And even the rural area, the people are thinking to do the e-commerce, and there is a potential of having 660 million users by 2023. Therefore, keeping all these things, I can frame a multiple choice question. A multiple choice question will be having a stem, that is a question itself, and followed by the stem, that is after the question, it will be having option. One will be the correct answer generally, and other 3 are not correct answers or false answers. These false answers or fake answers are called distractors in multiple choice question. Friends, therefore, in certain cases, as you have to read the question, in certain questions will be having one correct answers and more than in one section will be having only one correct answers. Remaining answers are false or incorrect answers. In other words, in some questions, we'll be having more than one correct answers also. Some questions may be having more than one correct answers also. All correct answers you have to tick. Questions may be having more than one correct answers. All the correct answers you have to stick. You have to tick. Now, why India is a target? This is the topic. Now, the question may be like, so India is a growing country with respect to electronic commerce. It is its urban area as well as rural regions are growing, and there's a huge population which involved in using the mobile phone. There are 660 million users. So, with respect to possibility of cyber attack, India is a target. Pick the following which are correct with respect to the above. That may be a question. In the answers, in the population of India is more than 480 million as of 2020. Second answer, population of India, where internet is going to population, what I am talking is about the population where they are going to use the mobile phone. Remember that mobile phone and internet users. Okay, in 2020 there are more than 480 million internet users. That's one. Second, it is expected by an analysis that there may be 660 million internet users by 2023. Point number three, India is the second largest online market world. Because of all these points, the India is going to be target for cybercrime. Then you have to tick 1, 2, 3, all the three correct answers. So from this slide, that is one possible question, right? And now here there is a comparison in this slide. Comparison compared to China, Brazil, and Sri Lanka. E-commerce comparison. E-commerce is used only by 11% of India's internet users compared to 50% in China, 34% in Brazil, and 63% in Sri Lanka. Right? This is another important point. This point may be asked along with the first question, or a separate question may be asked to compare the e-commerce of the different countries, especially comparing Sri Lanka, China, Brazil, and you have to remember some of the points in this slide. Right? So, GDP contribution of the internet. Internet is estimated to grow over 4% of India's GDP by 2020, for example. So what is the GDP concentration, GDP contribution you should remember? Okay, so analyze this slide for that purpose, right? And e-commerce on internet. So this is already discussed, repetition of that. And cost of cyber crimes. What is the cyber security threat? How what it costs and average $10.3 billion in economic losses in India alone. Okay, and approximately $5.2 trillion at the global level. So this is the cost of cybercrime. These are the points. Now, keeping all these points together, you'll be having a question in the main examination. Suppose it is a descriptive question, then the main examination, why India is a target for cybercrime? Then you have to explain what is the population of internet users in India in 2018, 2020, how it is effective in India compared to China, compared to Sri Lanka, compared to Brazil, what is e-commerce perspective, what is the cost of cybercrime in India as well as global. All these things together forms one descriptive question in the main examination. Okay. Now, the next topic is cyber law. Why cyber law is required? What is the need of cyber? Drastically increased the number of users in India in the recent past. Internet has changed our life dramatically, especially now during the lockdown period. We are seeing we are more dependent on the internet. It has been found that people have extensively started using the social network and other different websites. And even we are undergoing different training programs of AICT. I undergone the same training program for 5 days on IoT, for example, okay, online. And we are having the meetings of the department with the principal, with chairman, hostel meeting, different things are happening on the internet. So it is increasing, and you have seen the Zoom has been identified as one of the well-known software, right? So we need cyber law at every point of time. On every activity we have to bring certain things on the line. We need the cyber law. So you have to understand this point. And here there is one important point. The Winston Cerf is the chairman and who is called the father of the internet, who invented the internet. Friends, this is an important question. Also, please explore who invented World Wide Web. Okay, who invented World Wide Web? That's also important. History of the cyber crimes. So some history you should know while you are writing the answer. Which is the first virus you have to know it is better. However, that which is the first virus may not be important for your first test. Let us think of categories of cyber crimes. Computer as a target. I have given a question, for example. A person A hacks particular website and takes out the important password and user ID of all the users of that particular website. That is he has done the hacking activity. Now identify whether it is a crime which is committed using computer as a target or not. So you have to remember hacking, virus, worms, attacks, denial of service attack, all these attacks uses the computer as a target that you have to remember and understand. Also, there may be some question. A person, what he does is he uses the credit card of somebody else and he draws some money, he does some transaction. Here he is using the computer as a weapon. There may be some multiple choice question with respect to that. So hacking, okay, hackers, all these things you have to see. Next important topic is child pornography. I have told you long back, child pornography may be one possible innovative question. What is the innovative question? It asks you to do some analysis and you have to propose some solution. Now, child pornography, we know child pornography is a very problematic one. It is a curse for the country and society. Children who are below the age of 18 cannot, as per the law, should not go for the pornographic site. But many websites are there, including myspace.com, which promotes, which attracts children who are at the teenagers less than 18 towards the pornography and turn them into pedophiles. This is a digital addiction. So look at the different questions. So there will be one question on the child pornography, and you should explore what are the different solutions of child pornography. Denial of service attack, virus dissemination, computer vandalism. There are different attacks even in the syllabus. As for that, you may get the question. For example, there may be a question with respect to virus, worms, Trojan horse, webjacking, email bombing, etc., which are they're going to disseminate the virus, right? Virus dissemination. Also, there may be a question like a given virus, worms, Trojan horse, webjacking, email bombing, and programs which damages the data rather than stealing it, then it is a computer vandalism. I may give certain such points. I may ask them to list under computer vandalism, virus dissemination, and denial of service attacks. That may be one possible question. If you have this knowledge, then definitely you can write in the main examination when it comes to this descriptive question. Software piracy, it is illegal. Theft of software to the illegal copying of generic programs or the counterfeiting and distribution of products intended to pass for the original. Software piracy, it is illegal as per the law. Right? Cyber crime threatens national security in India. Right? So whether it is India or any other country, it is a threat for the nation. So remember this point. It's very, very important. Next is the different these crimes which are happening in India. Denial of service, defacement, computer viruses, pornography, cyber squatting, cyber stacking, phishing, all these things are important. Cyber security, what is a cyber security? There may be a multiple choice question. You know that cyber security provides protection, right, for sensitive information, business information, personal information, and Privacy policy is important before submitting your name, email address on a website. So there may be a question in the internal test. A software which is in BMSIT&M collects student data, name, USN, email ID, and Aadhaar number of him and of his father, and certain other information about the ethic, which are like a religion issue, right? 5 things I told: name, USN, email ID, Aadhaar number, and certain religion issues. Out of these five, which data institution can share with others, and which data it cannot share with the others without the consent of the student, right? As we know, name, these are less sensitive information, common information. USN, less sensitive, common information. Email ID, less sensitive and common information. And Aadhaar number, shareable for a specific purpose, and the religion issue becomes the private information pertaining to particular student. As suppose a religion issue comes, if it is for a different purpose, if it is not a common purpose, with an intention of doing something bad, if an institution is sharing, it is a violation of the privacy matter. So that you have to understand, right? So, advantages of cyber security. So, what are the different advantages? Just go through it, and that is with respect to certain things. Okay, these things again you should know with respect to the main examination point of view. What is a cyber crime? How to protect yourself from the cyber crime? Okay, these are the informations. And 4.93 Gmail accounts hacked. Check yours is safe. A Russian hacker has posted the usernames and password of 4.93 million Google accounts, leading to a lot of anxiety among users whether or not their accounts are safe. I have also told you to explore how whether your Gmail is hacked or passwords are leaked or not. Okay. Computer pirate. Who is a computer pirate? Whether it is legal or illegal with respect to the cyber law. And their list. For example, if it is descriptive questions, I may ask you to list 10 cyber crimes which are illegal. Cyber, then credit card frauds, cyber pornography, sale of illegal articles, online gambling, intellectual property crimes, email spoofing, forgery, defamation, cyber stalking, all these things. But here I may ask you to list out, for example, cyber stacking is against section 509 IPC. Right? Phishing is against something. So for all the cyber security crimes, try to find out under what section of IPC it is illegal, under what section of IT Act it is illegal. Better to have that knowledge. Now, coming to cyber crimes, I request you to concentrate especially on these cyber crimes. Hacking, under what section it is illegal. Information theft, under what section it is illegal. Email bombing, salami attack, web jacking, denial of service attacks, and intrusion attacks. Okay, all these attacks we should go through it. Data diddling is another important cyber crime. It's a kind of attack which involves altering of raw data just before it is processed by a computer and then changing it back after the processing is completed. Example, suppose the BESCOM is having a meter, electric meter, the person who uses the current power heavily, right? He consumes say 10,000 units, but when bill is being processed, when he bribes, let us say somebody, he changes 10,000, 4 zeros are there, he reduces 10, it become 1000. For 1000 unit, he actually calculates the bill amount, but when bill is printed, it's the same 10,000 is units are present, and people will be misguided. That is data diddling, altering of the raw data. So this raw data is altered and it is done. Data diddling. It is an offense actually. You have to see under what section of IT Act 2000 and 2000 Amendment it is punishable. Under what section of IPC is punishable. I am giving you an exercise to do this. Intellectual property crimes. So I may give a multiple choice question. Following are the intellectual property crimes: piracy, copyright infringement, trademarks, violation, okay, copying of poem and say William Shakespeare writes certain drama, John Keats writes certain poem, you take his poem, 2 stanza, you add 1 more stanza, you will say this is yours. Intellectual property crime, you have infringed copyright. So you may be asked to identify the intellectual property crime, or this is a very simple question where I have listed A piracy, B copyright infringement, C trademarks, and 4 okay some other thing like patent okay or trademark or service mark, design mark, something of that kind. Suppose the question is like this: a monkey clicks a photograph of a person standing in front of the temple without his taking his permission, right? Then monkey has to be punished. Monkey cannot be punished. That's one. Second, John takes the photograph of the Taj Mahal. He owns the copyright. Monkey takes the photograph of the Taj Mahal. Monkey has the photography. Monkey has the copyright. So which one is correct? Analyze. That may be a question. Remember, intellectual property rights are defined for the human being, for the intellect of the human being, not for animal or the machine. Then, if a machine clicks, it is subjected to discussion, subjected to various conditions. In this case, we have taken man and animal, that is, monkey is an animal. So, the rules, law, intellectual property law applies only to the human being. Therefore, the photograph clicked by the monkey will not be having the copyright. So please analyze other things. Cyber defamation, it is illegal. Right? Defamation is the act of harming the reputation of a person by making a false statement to another. Now, I had told you to do some case study investigation. I had told you somebody has written the false information which has made somebody to defamation. So I had given a case study. I will explain when it goes to the case study what type of question is possible. Cyber stalking refers to the use of internet, email, or electronic communication devices to stalk another person. Right? That means what? Harassing, threatening the other person. Right? So that is cyber stalking. That is, illegal. Internet time theft, web jogging, Trojans are illegal. Logic bomb, email spoofing. A spoofed email is one that appears to originate from source but actually has been sent from another source. This is email spoofing, also called email forgery. Remember that. Salami attack, clickjacking. Go through them. What are the salami attacks and the webjacking? You revise, right? So that please do it. Okay, this is one set of slides that I have completed. Let me go to the other set of slides. So where I have to revise. Okay. Cyber crimes in India, I think that's also important. 1 minute. I will choose a particular PPT that is relevant to your first test. Identity theft. Password cracking and keyloggers. Let me check this PPT slide. Password cracking and keyloggers. Friends, password cracking in this we'll discuss certain important points again. You know, password cracking is the process of recovering passwords from the data that have been stored in or transmitted by a computer system. There's a password cracking, password hacking. These two are different. Common approach used for password cracking is a brute force attack, wherein you repeatedly try to guess for the password and check them against available cryptographic hash of the password. Friends, please remember every password will not be stored as it is. Hash of the password is generally stored. Therefore, we use cryptographic hash function. You should know that cryptographic hash function can be used and even people will do a hash attack. So I have told you with this example that SHA1 and MD5 in the examination, you may be asked to explain what do you mean by a cryptographic hash function when the question is descriptive, and you may be also asked to give two examples of cryptographic hash functions. The examples are SHA1 and MD5 for example. And whenever there is a small change in the input to a cryptographic hash function, even a small comma or a blank space is added, the hash that is gets created is totally changed. For example, red fox jumps over the blue dog, goes through a cryptographic hash function. This is the hash that is get generated. Here, the text appears to be same, but whenever the small character of blank is added, the cryptographic hash function resulted is drastically changed. That is the characteristic of the hash function that we call it as an avalanche effect. So, with respect to this, there may be a multiple choice question. Now, another possible multiple choice question it may be with respect to properties of hash function. It may be a question in the main examination which is descriptive, like what is a cryptographic hash function? discuss its properties. As we are all aware, cryptographic hash function should be deterministic. It should be quick to compute the hash value for any given message. It is infeasible to generate a message that yields given hash value. It is infeasible to find two different messages with the same hash value. A small change to a message should change the hash value to extensively that new hash value appears uncorrelated with the old hash value, or avalanche effect. What is an avalanche effect? Maybe one possible question. Using the properties of the hash function, one can ask a multiple choice question. Now, message authentication code. We know cryptography because we studied steganography in the second unit or module. You are also expected to know what's the cryptography, what is uh, public key cryptography and private key cryptography. There may be a question in the main examination and as well as in the internal test, either in the form of descriptive or multiple choice question. Cryptography provides message authentication codes. Sometimes it is also known as tag, and the purpose of it is to authenticate the message. What is data integrity? What is information security? What is the CIA triangle? Right? With respect to this, explain, discuss the cybersecurity principle. I have told you CIA, confidentiality, integrity, availability, right? Plus non-repudiation. There are four cybersecurity principles. Sometimes people will say confidentiality, integrity, availability, authentication, plus non-repudiation. In that case, the five cybersecurity principles, no doubt, all are cybersecurity principles that need to be implemented by the cyber security software. There is some brief description with SHA1 and a MD5. You should know, and this paragraph is important. There we have discussed with an important point. The difference between MD5 and SHA is that MD5 is not cryptographically stronger, not secure, while SHA is more cryptographically stronger, secure with versions such as SHA-256 and SHA-512. There are various algorithms used to protect the messages in communication. This you have to remember. There may be one question with respect to that. Password cracking, right? Brute force attack or brute force cracking is one of the basic one. Brute force attack, dictionary attack, right? And you have some other attacks, right? Like pre-computed dictionary attack and rainwater. So discuss different types of attacks on password, right? So password cracking and password hacking. So these are the things that's important. You are expected to go through that. Adding a sort to hashing, a better way to store password. To store the password in a better way, password should not be just stored with its hash, because there is a chance of Alice and Bob choosing the same password. If password is same, the hash of those two passwords will remain same. Therefore, whenever a password has to be stored in any persistent device anywhere, same database, and some unique character is added, say for example a hash, a dollar symbol, or some special character or some number other than the actual password is added. For that they will be getting the hash that they will be storing. We call this technique as adding sort to the password, or adding sort to the hash and then getting hash of it and storing. Please explore in further details what it is. Right? So we have completed two sets of replays. I think we have covered much. If you are, I think we will go to IT Act and Child Pornography, and then we will stop today's discussion. Okay. IT Act and child pornography. Friends, child pornography is really a great problem, as I told you, and we have to see these PPTs in depth, right? So please remember certain important points with respect to child pornography. Go through all these points which are descriptive in nature with respect to the child pornography. For your examination, first internal test, please concentrate on these sections. Section 67B of the Act specifically provides stringent punishment for publishing, browsing, or transmitting child pornography in electronic form. Government has taken a number of steps to implement this. Child pornography is illegal act in India. Information Technology Act 2000 and Indian Penal Code 1860 gives protection against the child pornography. Child refers to the person who is below the age of 18 years. Internet is being highly used by the abusers to reach the abused children sexually and globally. Points to be remembered with respect to the first internal test. Legality of child pornography. Child pornography is illegal. Storage of pornographic material is illegal. Watching of it. Somebody sent something, right? If he is below, yes, whether it is legal or illegal, transmitting of child pornography, legal or illegal. Please go through this and see what's the legality or illegality under what section it will be dealt by the IT Act 2000. Impact pornography on children and society, right? So they're using these points that will go question. Please understand this. Understanding the effects of pornography on children. There may be some questions, or you may be asked to write a short note on the child pornography, then you can use this information. You are also asked to see this telegraph.co.uk technology news. Okay, explain how tech companies plan to stop pedophiles sharing child pornography. So then, with respect to this, there may be one question in the main examination or in the internal test. If it is descriptive, discuss technology. Discuss the IT solution, how the child pornography can be controlled, avoided, curbed, mitigated, etc. etc. The multiple choice question. Go to this website. There may be some questions wherein some options will be given. Those options, maybe some options may be correct, some options may be false or incorrect. But those some options which are incorrect, as I have already told you, are distractors. Correct answers will be correct solutions. And if you are having some solutions going to this website or some other websites, okay, the correct solution to the child pornography you can take. With I will be stopping at this stage. Do you think this revision is useful? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Please,
Yes, sir.
you also revise these PPTs and some more PPTs which are part of the two modules. I will revise. I will tell you because I can understand sitting at the other part as a student studying is very very difficult. I have spent my life most of the time as a student. Since up to 2012, I studied. I know the pain of the student, MCA, MPhil, MTech, a post-graduate diploma in intellectual properties and cyber law in National Law School of India University. PhD I did. Okay, even now I am studying. I can understand your problem. That's why I have made the best possible from my side, so that you understand in a better way and able to focus. Given these inputs, it may help you to focus more what portions have to be focused for the internal test and what portion has to be focused for the main examination and how question appears will be having some idea with respect to the cyber security. I request all of you to attend one more class on Friday morning and inform your friends, those who could not join today, to join more in number, and all students of MCA should excel, especially in my subject. I request all of you to do wonderful performance in the examination. With the good speed, if we move, some of you are maybe interested in doing project-based learning or practically see certain things, how it can be done. I am thinking to have last 10 hours to showcase some of the practical aspects of cyber security, arrange you something and demonstrate something possible from my side so that you will be confident about the subject. So with this discussion, with these inputs, I would like to conclude today's class. I am thankful to all of you for attending the class. Because of some other schedules and problems, I could not handle the regular class, but still you are attending this class. And also, I think you are benefited from attending these classes. Wish you all the best and good evening, good night. Thank
Thank
you.
you, sir. Sir, please
Thank
share
you,
the
sir.
PPTs for first internals.
All these PPTs I have already shared in the. It is there in the WhatsApp. You can
Sir,
see.
the files are unable to be downloaded, so can you please resend it again?
Yeah, I will send. Okay.
Sure. Thank you, sir.
Okay. I will send, but you have to go through them once again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sure.
Okay. Just after this class itself, I will send.
Okay, sir. Sure. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Okay.